Welcome back to the FEI Vaulting World Championship for Juniors here in Flyinge. And we just crowned the junior female world champion, Klara Ludwigsek from Austria, taking the win there in what was a dramatic end to a very exciting class. The silver medal going to Josephine Vedel Sondergaard Nielsen of Denmark, and Italy taking home the bronze, Georgia Verisco. And it is to the individual male juniors that we go next. Once again, they will present their free test program. And much the same as in the junior female class, this final test is worth 50% of the final score. And Klara Ludwigsek showing that all can change. She was lying in the 5th place going into the final free test, but an excellent round won her the gold medal for Austria. Of course, the favourite for the title here in the junior male class is Sam dos Santos, and he will be the last to compete here today. The order of go being the reverse in the order of merit after the first round. Sam currently does have a 0.4 lead over the 2nd place so far. So a well-executed programme would see him take home the gold medal once again. He is the defending world champion from 2021. In the 2nd place after round 1 sits Lucas Heitman of Germany. The young competitor stunning the judges with a great free test on day 1. And in 3rd place is Ben Lechtenberg, also for Germany. But much like we've seen across all of the classes really here at the FEI World Championship for juniors and young vaulters, and indeed the European Championships for seniors, there is much room for movement in this freestyle test. 2nd place after the first round is a score of 7.869. 6th place is a score of 7.665, so really only 0.2 in it, and that can all change with this freestyle program.
Welcome back again to our next class in the main arena, the freestyle for the individual male juniors as part of their conquest of the World Championship.
And once we have seen these junior male freestyles and crowned another world champion, we will come back again for one final class today, and the final class of the day will be the junior squads. That is later on at 5 p.m.
With the best points. The judges are the same as during the female round, and they are seated at the exact same level, so I won't go through that again. But I will remind, because it's important for safety and security, that if you take photos or a little film, don't use the flash function on your camera or your mobile phone. Turn that lamp off so we don't disturb neither the cameras nor, more importantly, the horses and the vaulters.
And we should have 15 starters in the final here. 10 nations. There was no cut in the male individual class. All of the athletes making it through into this final.
Austria, Erik Weidenauer. He performs on the horse Legolas with Sophie Holtzmann as long jump.
And we are ready to begin with the individual junior male free tests. And first to compete is Erik Weidenauer for Austria with Legolas 204 and Sophie Holtzmann. Erik in the 15th place after round 1, 6.178. Very smooth so far. Strong in the shoulder stand. Very nice jump into the backward stand. Lovely finish there for Erik Weidenauer from Austria. His first free test not going his way, and that a much better performance. Able to show us all of the exercises he wanted to in the free test today. Representing Austria with Legolas 204 and Sophie Holtzmann. Working very well in harmony with the horse. Limited performance faults coming through in this routine. And working with a good number of the structure groups as well for the artistic judges' score, including that heads down stand here. Roll from the neck to the back, and then there's a little flick up after that as well. Very solid through the backward stand. A great finish at the World Championships there for Erik Weidenauer. And the score for the free test, 7.827. That is a total round 1 score of 7.003. And he is definitely pleased with that score, as he should be. And so we are starting this freestyle round with a very high quality already.
So our Norwegian participant will not come to start, and we will wait.
So we're going to have a little pause now. The next competitor should have been Max Tage Valdemar Overland from Norway. However, we were just hearing that he has withdrawn from the competition. And therefore, we have to wait for the start time of the next competitor. who will also be from Austria. Now this year we celebrate 40 years of vaulting within the FEI, and certainly there have been many changes and positives from our membership within the FEI in that time, not least the instigation of this junior class, which came to be in 2008. The first championship for junior individuals was 2008 in Brno in the Czech Republic. That competition was won by Tomas Sator of Slovakia. Germany then took over for 3 years, winning the title of European champion. And that was Torben Hoppe and Thomas Brusewitz. Following that, Ramin Rahimi won in 2012 and 2013 for Austria. Balázs Benc took the title of European champion in 2014. 2015 was the first year that we saw a world championship for junior vaulters. The title there being won by Juan Martín Clavijo of Colombia. Since then, Konstantin Nezer has won the Europeans for Germany in 2016. Juan Martín won again for Colombia in 2017. We had Gregor Klea in 2018 at the Europeans. Sam dos Santos, who we will see here, he won the world title in 2021, the first title for the Netherlands. And Bela Lenin became the European champion in 2022. Bela now moved into the young vaulter category, winning that silver medal earlier today.
So the medalists will then receive their medals and special prizes, and that will be an opportunity to see them again and to cheer and praise their labor and hard work and excellent performances. So the prize giving ceremony this afternoon or this evening is at 7:30. 7:30 here in the main arena.
Now, if you're following along in the scoring department, currently Sam dos Santos is leading after round 1 on 8.260. Now, in 2021, he won with a final score of 8.360. So only fractionally higher than what he currently stands on in the round 1. The freestyle of the the freestyle of the females junior individuals went big, with Klara Ludwigczak getting an 8.7. That was the top freestyle score in the female division. Now, we won't be long before we continue with the competition here, each competitor having their official start time, and they cannot start before that time comes. So 10 past, we'll see the competition resume.
Our next competitor is from Austria, Felix Dombacher. He performs on the horse Aragon Elmar, and Sabine Frauenschuh is lunging.
And we are ready to proceed now with the competition. And next to perform will be Felix Dombacher for Austria. coming into the ring with Aragorn Elmar and Sabine Frauenschuh. So Felix in the 13th place after round 1. 6.590 his round 1 score. Very good handstand on top of the handles, smoothly rolling down from that. A little wobble of the upper body in the outside stand. And nice ground jump dismount to finish. Felix Dombacher from Austria. A good final free test from him today. Getting involved with the music with his choreography and facial expression. With Aragorn Elmar and Sabine Frauenschuh representing Austria. Some nice difficulty in that freestyle too, the handstand on top of the handles. And then coming around after that, scoring well from a difficulty point of view. And the execution of the exercises, very neat as well today. A little wobble here in the outside stand with the upper body. Just a minor deduction for that there. And a clean landing from the dismount. And the score from Erik Weidenauer was a 7.827 in the free test. And it's a 7.294 for the freestyle today. 6.942 is the final score. So Erik Weidenauer just moving ahead of his teammate from Austria. Final score for Felix Dombacher, 6.942.
Okay, now then, for our next competitor, Italy. We say welcome to Ettore Arena.
And the next competitor is from Italy. He is the only Italian finalist in this individual male junior class. Johnny and Kevin Monniers, we welcome Ettore Arena for Italy. The 12th place after the first round, 6.983. Jump from the outside all the way onto the neck. Just missing that stirrup in the first try. Smoothly through the chest roll. Again, working for the structure groups in the artistic. And nice handstand dismount finish, landing very well. Ettore Arena from Italy. Moving pretty harmoniously on Johnny there with Kevin Monniers. And looking for a high C1 score with a variety of exercises, getting the jump in to feet, the D mount there, D ground jump as well on the inside. We had an outside ground jump, the chest roll, and then a jump on the back pad as well as showing us the suppleness, showing us a needle. So ticking a good number of those C1 boxes. Using the positions on the horse well as well. A little bit lower on the musical interpretation side of things, the choreography and immersion in the musical concept. Score there, Ettore Arena for the free test today, 7.107. 7.045 is the total score. And thus he keeps his place after round one. Into the lead, Ettore Arena from Italy.
Now for Slovakia, we have Andrej Menhert on the horse Leon with launcher Boris Kodak.
And the next competitor coming in is from Slovakia. Andrej Menhert with Boris Kodak and Leon Dormain Dupuis. In the 11th place after the first round, 7.044. He exceeded the time limit in that first round freestyle, so scored a little bit lower because of that, hopefully making it in time this afternoon. Balance after the kick. And again in the backward stand there, just losing the balance and the energy going into that swan dive, coming off to the outside. Excellent double outside ground jump. And once again, just coming off just before that dismount. Looks like he was building up for a somersault and not managing to stay on. Overbalancing to the outside. So checking with Judge on how much time is left, due to the fact that he did not complete his final dismount, which will incur a penalty. However, London Vaulter deciding there is not enough time to get back on and complete that dismount without getting the bell, so having to take the penalty instead. A real disappointing end for Andrej Menhert of Slovakia. And there will be a 1 point off the performance score for each of the falls. That coming off the technique judges. So, unfortunately, the technique score will not be high. A little bit lacking in harmony generally throughout the test as well, affecting that performance score as well. And there we go. That was just, he was going for the back tuck and just lost the balance towards the outside. No final dismount, incurring a further 1 point off in the artistic score. So we'll wait and give the score to Andrej Menhert. So the score for the free test today, 5.216. And it's a 6.130 overall. Not how he wanted to finish his World Championship here in Flyinge.
Now we welcome for Canada, Daniel Klotz-Dedora.
So the lead is with Italy currently. Ettore Arena on a total score of 7.045. And the next to go will be representing Canada. Canada already with a very successful day. Hopefully continuing so here with Daniel Klotz-Dedora, Zorro and Angelique Vick. Daniel in the 10th place after the first round.
Horse and Lonja are Zorro and Angelique Vick.
Clean start through the cartwheel. Nice kick on the croup. Oh, brilliant performance for Canada from Daniel Klotz-Dedora. Superb freestyle test and making the dismount today in time. He worked very nicely on top of Zorro there. Much in harmony. The execution of the exercise is very high. And also working really well with the music. Getting into his artistic concept, using the full use of his body language throughout the free test. Super flexibility here too. A nice mix of the dynamic and static exercises throughout that freestyle. Great height on the dismount. Top freestyle score today so far is 7.827. And the free test score 8.038. Top freestyle score so far, taking him into the lead at the World Championships here in Flyinge. 7.584 total final score for Daniel Klotz-Dedora from Canada.
Jakub Slemp on Bastion.
And the next competitor coming from Poland, Jakub Slemp. And he will be competing on Bastion with Tomasz Ognowski. Jakub in the 9th place after the first round. His total score 7.309. And Bastion with some very nice horse scores from the first couple of rounds. Balance at the end of that kick. Got it back. Good swan dive. Getting lots of interesting transitions in here. Moving to the croup for that dismount as the bell rang. But I think moving to the croup rather than having started the back somersault and then unable to land, unfortunately, for Jakub Slemp from Poland, with certainly many unique exercises and transitions within the free test. Certainly good on the creativity side, not always coming through on the execution of the exercises. Started very nicely. Just a little loss of balance here and there and moving out of harmony with the horse. An excellent height for the swan dive. Test just affected sometimes with some hesitation before moving through the transitions. Daniel Klotz-Dedora with the top freestyle now for Canada. It's 8.038. And it's a 7.201 for Jakub Slemp of Poland, which is a 7.255 final score here at the World Championships, taking him into the 2nd place so far. Daniel Klotz-Dedora of Canada retaining the lead.
Now, Romain Simonet for Switzerland.
Next to compete, Romain Simonet for Switzerland. Calaro ABCH is the horse, and Miriam De Giorgi will be lunging. Romain currently sitting in the 8th place after the first round, 7.385. This freestyle scoring him 7.9 in the first round.
And welcome also the horse, Calaro, and Longa Miriam De Giorgi.
Very well on top of the horse here. Wow. What a fantastic test that had been. Wow, Romain Simonet for Switzerland. Just not making the time limit and then not making the dismount landing. Goodness me. Fantastic freestyle. From the moment that he got on, getting into the character of the music, and that stayed with him the whole test. Very good use of body positions throughout, and his facial expression. And then including the wrist exercises as well. The handstand on top of the handle, then coming in to the bridge. This with the leg change on the way up. So much control. It had been a much better free test than day one until that bell rang. So it should still be a good artistic score. Musical expression is top in that freestyle, and a good variety of exercises. However, the artistic will suffer with that 1 point off from the bell. Just a little coming off from not landing the dismount, and 0.4 off the final performance. So it's a 7.9 in the freestyle today. Keeps him ahead, however, overall 7.671.
Now we welcome for Germany, Arne Heers.
Some good technique scores there. Just the artistic suffering from that bell. Next to go, and representing Germany, Arne Heers. with Kleiner Onkel TOLD and Sven Hintz. 7th place after the first round. Another of the high-scoring freestyles in that first round. Lovely handstand to start. Lots of lift through the swan dive, super gentle in the landing. Great transition from the press and the croup all the way through the roll. A little bit heavy landing the sideways cartwheel, making off in the time limit. Excellent performance for Germany. And Arne Heers. Excellent execution of the exercises. Huge height for the swan dive and so gentle in the landing. He performed a great test there. Very much in harmony with the horse. And with some good artistic elements in there as well. Interesting transitions. Giving those artistic judges plenty to mark him highly for. Very much liked the smoothness of him coming through the roll. An excellent landing. So, top freestyle score still with Daniel Klotz-Dedora for today, 8.038. Total score to beat, 7.900 to stay ahead of Romain Simonet. It's an 8.329 for that free test. 7.900 into the lead. Brilliant in the free test score today. Judges B and D both scoring that over the 9 in the technique score. Kleiner Onkel TOLD also scoring nice and highly, 7.25 approximately for the horse. Once again, things are heating up with only 6 competitors left to go. And back to Poland now for Jakub Roguski. We have Nugget and Michelle Kuhn. landing. This was another fantastic free test day one until he came off the horse just before the end. .665 his score after round one. Into the handstand on the handles, not quite completing the cartwheel out of it. Very nicely through the dismount. An excellent finish for Jakub Roguski of Poland. Showing some good strength and dynamic moves. Just a little loss of balance and heavy on the horse at points. It wasn't quite as slick a go as he had in the first round. It was a very nice piece into the handstand. Super height on his dismount. Nugget scoring very well on the horse score this competition. And the score for today, 8.069, which is the second in the free test.
Roguski comes in second at the ranking.
And that takes him into the second place in the final standings so far. Here in the junior male class of the FEI World Championships. So top score so far, and the lead stays with Arne Heers for Germany. 8.329 in the free test today, and a total score for the championship of 7.900. 5 competitors remain. And we have the first of the French representatives now, Dumont. with Sushi de la Roque and Maud Bousignac-Dumont. Louis, 17 years old. 5th place after the first round with a score of 7.751. Cartwheel. First real performance fault so far. Not quite holding that lever position. Good dismount right on time. Louis Dumont for France. And it was a good free test for Louis. Good difficulty, not performed quite as ideally as he wanted it to be, but really just landing heavy out of that sideways cartwheel and then not managing to hold the lever position. So not too big on the performance deductions. Artistically, really working through most of those structure groups. So he moves to the kiss and cry. Top freestyle score today is still 8.329. Arne Heers. Louis did have somewhat of a lead over him after round one. And the score for the free test today, 8.092. The second best free test today. But it does keep him in the lead overall. So he has certainly retained his 5th position in the final here, and it could be higher depending on what happens with the last 4 vaulters still to go. And staying with France, next to compete, Baptiste Terrier with Ultra Chic and Sébastien Langlois. Baptiste with a 7.782 after round 1. Barely behind the 3rd place. Only 0.01 behind 3rd place.
And Sébastien Langlois, the launcher.
Slip after coming up from that ground jump. Great finish, Baptiste Terrier for France. So once again, with some good difficulty in the free test. And making his way through a lot of the variety of those exercises required. Some execution faults here and there, and just losing the flow of the free test at times. Interpretation perhaps not quite as much as some that we have seen. It is only 30% of the artistic score, however. Louis Dumont currently standing at the top of the leaderboard. Score today for Baptiste Terrier is an 8.133. So he takes the lead, 7.958.
Now for Germany.
So the lead remaining with France. With 3 competitors yet to go. We are very, very close to those medals. And now from Germany, Ben Lechtenberg with Little Joan 23 and Stefan Lotzmann. Ben currently in the 3rd place after round 1. He did have a nice freestyle in the first go. It scored a 7.921, so this one must be better in order for him to win one of those medals. Heavy on that landing. Till then it had been incredibly graceful. And the horse just moving in on the circle for that ground jump. He made it up, no problem though. And that's another one of those decisions. Was the bell already gone before he started? So hard to say from up here. Ben Lechtenberg for Germany. And just brushing the ground with that hand at the end of the dismount. The exercises were clean. Was graceful throughout the test. Just a little bit lacking in the musical interpretation and the flow of the freestyle at points. Really big dismount. Just not quite managing to get the chest up enough to land it. His team very pleased with the performance. So the top freestyle score of the day is from his teammate Arne Heers. That was an 8.329. Current leader, total score 7.958. That's Baptiste Terrier from France. And in the free test is an 8.109. It's the 3rd place. 7.953, so he goes in just behind Baptiste Terrier. So we have our first medal winner for you there now. Guaranteed one of those medals for France. Baptiste Terrier. Baptiste score 7.958. Ben 7.953. It was that close. And it's not over yet. We have 2 competitors to go, and next in for Germany, Lucas Heitman with Kurt and Annika Riemann. Now this freestyle was super in the first round. Lucas is the youngest male in this class, 14 years old, his first championship. Currently lying in silver medal position. Lots of character. Oh, great job with the 3/4 turn. Oh, fantastic finish from Lucas Heitman for Germany. So much pressure and such small shoulders, and he managed it incredibly well, coming through that freestyle very strongly. Lots of highlights in there for the judges to pick up on. Super flexibility and working so well with his music. The audience here absolutely loving that free test. Really packed with character all the way through. Lots of control, very much in harmony with the horse as well.
I think we will wait for the points and let our next participant come to the ring.
Oh, there's the score for the free test. 8 8.639. I'm not sure if they're showing him the score there yet. We are seeing it on our screen. Fantastic free test score there. Lucas Heitman, 8.639 in that free test, 8.254. And he has just earned himself a silver medal for sure. And he will progress with the next competitor to finally decide who will get which medal. So currently in the lead after that magnificent program, Lucas Heitman for Germany. Baptiste Terrier currently sitting in second place, with Sam dos Santos yet to compete. With Shamur and Rian Pierik representing the Netherlands. Sam dos Santos, leader after both compulsory and free test. First round score 8.260. Meaning that he must score more than an 8.260 in this test in order to take home the gold. As Lucas Heitman has finished on 8.254. Very minor slip there, but completely disguised. Again, missing his hand, not that you would know. Maybe not quite holding that final elbow stand. Great dismount, good landing, Sam dos Santos with Shamur for the Netherlands. An incredible talent there for the Netherlands. Working incredibly hard in that free test. The artistic here, absolutely massive. One-handed cartwheel into the ground jump, getting up the difficulty marks as well. Performance. Absolutely incredible. Even when things didn't go how he wanted them to, you could barely tell. Super landing. And so we will wait to see what did the judges make of that. Remember, it just needs to be more than an 8.260 free test score. Lucas Heitman currently in the lead, 8.254. Anxious wait here for the final scores. We are nearly there.
Keep it going, soon we will know.
And the score for the free test, Sam dos Santos, 8.588 today. And it's an 8.424 overall. That is the first place in the junior individual male world champion for the second time, Sam dos Santos for the Netherlands, with Rian Pierik and Shamur. The silver medal going to Germany and to Lucas Heitman. Fantastic young talent there for Germany. And Baptiste Terrier will take the bronze medal home to France. And coming for his lap of honour, Sam dos Santos. Now double world champion with Rian Pierik and Shamur. Gold for the Netherlands. And that concludes the junior individual male class here at the FEI Vaulting World Championships. Gold for Sam dos Santos from the Netherlands, Lucas Heitman second place for Germany, and Baptiste Terrier takes the third for France. And that is in fact the end of all of the individual classes that we have here, but we are not yet done. After a short break, we will return here at 1700 hours, 5 p.m. for the final of the junior squads. So return here at 5 p.m. for that very exciting final free test.
Now there will be a break of some 40